Lady Liliah Durary urged her mare, Penny, into a rapid gallop as she flew through Hyde Park. A proper lady should have a care about the strolling couples about the park. A proper lady should not ride at such breakneck speed. A proper lady should obey her father in all things. Liliah was not a proper lady, and hell would have to freeze over before she'd ever even try. Tears burned the corners of her eyes, blurring her vision as she urged Penny faster, not caring that she was in a miserable side saddle, or that her speed was indeed dangerous for her precarious position. She wanted to outrun her problems, rather, problem. Because aside from the one damning issue at hand, life was otherwise quite lovely. Being the elder daughter of a duke had its distinct advantages. Of course, it had its distinct disadvantages as well, like your father demanding you marry your best friend, who so happened to be in love with your other best friend. It was a miserable mess, and she was caught in the middle of it all. If only her father would see reason. Yet asking such a thing was like expecting her mare to sprout wings and fly. Impossible. She slowed Penny down to a moderate walk and sighed deeply, the light breeze teasing the strands of her unruly blonde hair, which came loose from her coiffeur as a result of her quick pace. She blew a particularly irritating curl from her forehead and tucked it behind her ear. Glancing about, she groaned, remembering that she hadn't taken a maid with her. Again. Thankfully, the staff at Whitefield House were accustomed to her constant disregard of propriety. Maybe Sarah, her maid, would notice and make herself scarce, giving the impression she was with her mistress. Liliah bit her lip, turning her mare toward home, even if that was the last place she wished to be, simply for Sarah's sake. It wouldn't go well for her maid if her father discovered the way his staff allowed his unruly daughter far more freedom than he did, and should he discover it, such freedom would end abruptly, and badly. Being attached to the staff, especially her maid Sarah, Liliah increased her pace. Besides, running from problems didn't solve them. As she swayed with the steady rhythm of Penny's trot, she considered the situation at hand once more. It made no sense. Yet when had one of her father's decisions required logic? Never. Her best friend Rebecca was delightful, and from a well-bred and heavily pursed family. There was no reason for the family of her other best friend, Meyer, the Baron of Schofield, to be opposed to such a match. Yet Meyer's father refused to see reason, just as Liliah's father refused. Only Meyer's father, the Earl of Greywick, had threatened to disinherit his son and grant the title to a cousin when Meyer had objected to the arrangement. It was wretched, no matter how one looked at it. Love matches were rare amongst the ton, and here was a golden opportunity for each family. Squandered. It was true, Liliah was quite the match herself. The elder daughter of a duke, she understood she was quite the heiress and pedigree. Yet was her breeding of more importance than Rebecca's? She doubted it. Apparently, her father didn't agree. Nor did Lord Greywick. As she crossed the cobble street toward her home, she took a deep breath of the spring air, feeling her freedom slowly sifting through her fingers like dry sand. As Whitefield House came into view, she pulled up on the reins, halting Penny's progress toward home. The horse nickered softly, no doubt anticipating a thorough brushdown and sweet oats upon returning. Yet Liliah lingered, studying the stone structure. One of the larger houses in Mayfair, Whitefield demanded attention with its large stone pillars and wide welcoming balcony overlooking the drive. It fit her father's personality well, as if magnifying his overinflated sense of importance. Reluctantly, she urged Penny on, taking the side entrance to the stable in the back. Upon her arrival, a stable boy rushed out to greet her, helping her dismount. Penny jostled the lad with her head, and he chuckled softly, petting her velvet nose. "I'll take care of Penny, my lady. You needn't worry." With a quick bow, the boy led the all-too-pampered horse into the stable, murmuring softly as they walked. Carefully glancing around, once she was certain that no one lingered about,